When lake water cools in fall, trout don't just move differently, they function differently. Their metabolism slows, their digestion lengthens, and their need for oxygen rises. Cold water actually carries more dissolved oxygen, so trout can roam zones that were too warm or low oxygen during summer. That's why the whole lake suddenly opens up right after turnover. Fall turnover mixes surface and deep water, erasing the sharp thermocline that trapped trout in narrow bands all summer. For a few weeks, oxygen and temperature are nearly uniform from top to bottom. Trout take advantage by feeding widely before winter locks things down. This is the most dynamic biological window of the year. As temperatures slide into the 40s, trout's metabolic rate drops almost by half compared to midsummer. That means they burn less energy and prefer easy meals. Slow-moving baitfish, hatching midges, or insects drifting near bottom structure. The slow your retrieve advice isn't superstition. It matches the fish's slower muscle performance in cold water. Winter stabilizes the lake again, often with a thin surface inversion where the coldest water floats on top. Below that, conditions stay steady and trout form loose groups near drop-offs or inflow zones. They still feed, but mostly in short bursts when light and temperature conditions favor visibility. Midday warmth increases both metabolic efficiency and plankton activity, which is why trout often rise slightly in the column around noon. Color and clarity choices also come from biology. In cold, clear water, trout rely more on vision than scent because slower metabolism reduces olfactory response. That's why natural silvers and greens, colors that match actual prey in bright light, work best. On dark, low contrast days, adding UV or fluorescent tones helps the lateral line detect motion when vision fades. Stock trout behave a bit differently. Hatchery fish don't have seasonal feeding imprints, so they keep cruising shallower, using oxygen-rich surface layers that native fish may abandon. Understanding that physiology explained why you'll sometimes hook stockers near shore even in January. In the cold season, fewer anglers and slower fish mean every strike tells you something about oxygen, temperature, or metabolism. Watching how trout respond to small changes teaches more than a whole summer of easy bites. So as the air chills and the crowds vanish, remember, fall and winter fishing aren't dead months. They're a live biology lesson. Slow down, match the science, and fish like an educated angler.